I think the churches along my road are beefing. So one installed a pretty tall cross. You know, it was tall, maybe like 8 feet tall or something. And they painted it white. And then the church, like a bit down, like not super close, but like a five minute drive down, installed a like 10-12 foot cross, pure white, like on the side. And then, well, not the next day, but a few days later. And another few days later, the original church put a spotlight so that theirs was like you could see theirs at night. And then the next church put LED like light strips on their cross so that the cross itself would glow at night. Then the original church put one on top, put a new cross on top of their church and had a spotlight going to that. And then after that, the second church replaced their cross with one that's like 20-25 feet tall. And the LEDs are even like bright. The lights are even brighter, so it's much more easier to see. And basically, I think that they should just have the pastors have a duel. I think if they're gonna beef like this, just flintlocks at dawn. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be way more interesting. Alrighty. Normally, for the past few videos, I've been doing damnation, high intensity preferably. But just because I kind of have a little bit of a headache, so I kind of want to do this one pretty quick. I just went for a heresy and we have to get a low intensity on, which is fine, it'll let me talk. And boy, do I have something to talk about. Work complaints. So, some of you might know, some of you probably don't. I work at Target, I work the closing shift, and that's all well and fine. I work in the dairy, freezer, meat section. So cheese, ice cream, frozen pizza, sliced lunches, or sliced lunch meat, that's all my department. And there's this thing called priorities. So basically, if you buy like a tub of ice cream, that pings it to my system that needs to be restocked. And then they came out with this thing called priorities, which is like essentially the same thing, but I don't really know what the difference is. But they want you to get the priorities done, like they wanted, which is fine and well, but it's always like the onus is put on me, the closing shift. I never hear anything that, oh, sorry, the morning shift didn't do any priorities to make it easier on you. Here's 200 priorities. Go fuck yourself. And now you may say, oh, 200, that's not a lot. Well, 200's for just dairy alone, and one of that 200, like one item, let's say like Parmesan, that could be 10 units of Parmesan cheese, right? So really, like, even though it says 200, like, units of something, or like types of something, the individual count is usually way higher. And it's not an issue for me, right? I can get all my stuff done and do priorities usually. Except when morning shift doesn't contribute to them at all. Especially on busy days like we had today. Like, morning shift has 2, maybe 3 things they need to do. Because I do like 4 or 5 things. I stock milk. The gallons of milk and stuff, the half gallons, the cartons, the quarts, all that shit. The chocolate milk, your True Moos, all that shit. Then I have to do, obviously, as I mentioned, priorities. I also have to unload truck. I have to break down truck. I have to take. So if I get it, like, I have to separate out the truck items to take them to the correct departments. And then I have to clean. So I have to mop. I have to zone the area. And as well as push whatever morning shift didn't push. So it's like, why? And people, they'll give me shit for it for not being able to complete priorities all the way on the days that I don't. And I'm like, what do you want from me? Want me to just clone myself? If I could, I would. But yeah. Freak target, dude. SMH my head. Also, I'm using the revolver today because it's high noon somewhere in the world. And I just felt like something easy, and the revolver is always fun. Also does a lot of damage. Although I don't have the best revolver, I just haven't found a revolver that's better. Like, I only have like 64% damage in this thing. Like, I don't think any of the stats are like 70. But it's got like good feats, so it's okay. It's got 12% increased damage on the 3rd and 4th shot in a salvo. And then it's got increased critical hit on melee. So if I melee kill something, I get increased crit for my next shot, which is nice. I did actually find a good shotgun, like RNG shotgun feat to replace on my shotgun, so I might do a shotgun video tomorrow. There's some walls you can shoot through. Like, I can shoot through that pillar. Now you may be asking why. I'll say I don't know. Ugh. Speaking of Target, I found these little Irish coffee cookies. I might have mentioned them in the last video, but they're really good. And that leads me to my next point. They have sprinkles on them and in them. And I'm going to say it, sprinkles are a waste of time. They don't add anything to anything of value to any dish, except, I guess, a slight crunch factor, but even then, like, why do I want my ice cream to be crunchy, you know? Or like my cupcake with its nice frosting to have, like, crunch that'll hurt my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Or bother my teeth. I think people who enjoy sprinkles are, like, valid or whatever, I guess, but I won't judge you for having bad opinions. Like, if I'm at an ice cream shop, if I'm at Baskin Robbins, right? And they say, okay, what toppings do you want for your ice cream? In no world am I saying fucking, oh, I'll take some sprinkles, please. I'm taking, you know, my toppings are, I'm taking maybe a little chocolate sauce, well, maybe caramel or strawberry, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on the ice cream as well. And then I'll put, maybe I'll put some chocolate chips on top of my ice cream, you know, like something useful. Something that will melt in my mouth. And then what else? Oh, I could put some, if I want crunch in my ice cream, I'm putting peanuts, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, you know, like, sprinkles are just, they're just sugar. It's not even, they don't even taste good. And anyone who says that tastes good is gaslit by the mainstream media. The sprinkle propaganda has found you and you are not immune. Or you know what else? If I want crunchy on my peanuts, I'll put crunched up Oreos as a topping. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fall for the sprinkles propaganda. That's Big Sprinkle trying to get you. It's like the glitter of the food world, other than edible glitter, I guess. And while I'm here talking about food toppings, if you eat gold flakes, I get to shove you in a locker. That is such, like, nerd shit to do. Like that Salt Bae guy that was a meme, now, like, overcharges for, like, mediocre food, and just covers steak in gold flakes. Like that is a certifiable bro moment. That guy also got some hot water for touching the football trophy, which apparently is a big no-no. I don't know the rules for football. I watch the better football, American football. Can I get an amen, brothers? Look, if football, you know, if other countries are so good at quote-unquote football, how come none of them have any Super Bowl wins? You know? Like, riddle me that one, liberals. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of, like, food toppings that don't fucking matter, but people just pretend they do. Like, white people especially, they love sprinkles, but they won't put any spices on their chicken. Like, come on, bro. You really gonna... You tell me you're gonna put sprinkles on your vanilla ice cream. So sugar flavor on your sugar ice cream. But you're not gonna put any fucking garlic and herb seasoning on your chicken? Come on, man. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I think there's a lot of good flavors in ice cream. I think there's no such thing as bad ice cream. Actually, no, I lied. Pumpkin pie ice cream is fucking terrible, and so is eggnog ice cream. But in general, most flavors of ice cream are valid. I think like a lot of the Ben and Jerry flavors are all pretty like mediocre at best. Fish food is overly chocolatey, although I don't eat Ben and Jerry's all the time. But I think my favorite ice cream flavor is probably Moose Tracks. That is one that I always have. I have the fondest memories of that from being a child. That was my mom's favorite ice. It is my mom's favorite ice cream, and it's still mine. And it's not like this poser ass like chocolate vanilla or like chocolate fudge syrup ice cream or chocolate swirl ice cream, whatever you want to call it, where it's got this frozen ash chocolate syrup. No, it's got real ice cream chunks and ridges and canyons, and it's got little knockoff Reese's peanut butter cups. Now I feel like I might have said this before. Something tells me I might have said this, but I don't remember if it was in a video or if I was in Discord call with friends. I think I was in a Discord call. I don't know if I mentioned it in a video. But either way, point still stands. And mint Moose Tracks, if you haven't had it, is goated with the sauce. And I think one thing that they need to do is make a strawberry Moose Tracks. That is a market that like needs to be expanded into. It's always interesting when Pox Bursters just die. Like, it's like, man, I didn't want to do this no more. Man, I didn't want to do this no more. I mean, being a Pox Burster is like the worst job, right? Look at how it just growled in my ear. Hello? CIA, is that you? Oh, it was you, probably, from the ceiling. Medicare station.
Medipack.
Medipack.
I never knew a dream could smell so bad or sound so loud. There's no need to go back in personal comments.
That made me laugh.
You want to need something over?
Yeah, honestly, sometimes I forget that I need ammo with the revolver. I do think they should maybe... Actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't think the revolver needs buffs. I would like it to have more ammo, but does it need more ammo? No, not really. I kind of wish you got more ammo from ammo boxes with it, but... Teach their own, I guess. It's just one of those things. I was also a big revolver user in Destiny 2. Once again, I talk a lot about Destiny 2 recently, and then I don't play. And a big reason, part of that is because I had the Ace of Spades, and I was like, I'm not letting this gun go. You'll have to kill me for it. Although I'm pretty sure it's a legacy weapon now, right? I think. Actually, one I used before the Ace of Spades. It was the Sun Shot, I think. Like it would like make enemies explode and like light on fire and shit. It was pretty dope. Also, I use the revolver like ult a lot if I wanted to feel cool. But actually, I use the I think I use the knife throw one a lot. I use the knife throw one in PvP because that was like free kills. On PvE, I usually use the sunshot revolver. Sometimes I would use the void arrow for like raids and stuff because it felt right, you know. Also, if I remember correctly, like lowered the defense of enemies or something. I could be completely misremembering that. So I love basically TLDR. I like revolvers. They're cool. If I were to ever own a gun personally, I'd probably own a revolver. Although that might be kind of cringe because I'm aware that revolvers in real life kick like a mule. But also they're kind of cheap in real life, you know. Like I could get a revolver for about $250, $300 from a local gun store near me, which I feel like is pretty cheap for a gun. Although I feel like, actually, I don't know jack diddly about guns. I would get a gun, but I live in California, and also like CPS is like a big no-no to guns. Oh, we have to be doing like a thing, don't we? Because CPS will drop by my house every so often, and I don't really like. I don't really want to have to deal with all that, because they don't want like kids to be in reach of guns, which is I completely understand. We lost one.
They just slain my useless fucking gun. No more sniper.
Die, found creature. Also, I said also, but had nothing in my mind to continue past that, so here we are. Oh yes, that reminds me. Arma 3 is, well, how is it so convincing to people? I've seen, like, today, I saw a clip where a dude was like, it was like some actual, like, big dude who's kind of, I think he was like a reporter. I don't know if he was like a big reporter, but he was a reporter nonetheless. He's talking about like, oh, I don't usually report on wars, but this is like something straight out of a movie, which is once again very cringe to compare war to real life movies, or real life war to movies. But yo, and it was literally a clip from Arma 3, and you could literally see this dude who reloaded like an anti-air RPG, an anti-air missile, like to shoot at a fighter jet. The explosion clipped through the wings in the most video game ass way, and then you can actually see when the guy's reloading it, his elbow has two joints in the way that like video games do, because they don't like put too much detail in the elbow, because who fucking cares? Like, because I also remember like Arma 3, like there's a clip of Arma 3 I can't remember what the gun is called, but it's like, it's a missile defense emplacement where it goes like, but it's not the A10. Someone's gonna say the name of it in my, like, if they see it. Like that gets like pwned around. It's like, oh, this is the Iron Wall from Israel. Like, no, that's Arma 3. It's like Arma 3, War Thunder. What is with these games in either A, fucking up, like tricking reporters and like idiots online, or just getting classified military documents leaked for it. And also, by the way, that leaked documents for War Thunder, the War Thunder team can't use that. That's a crime if they use that. They will get in so much trouble. That is not something they can do, so I don't know why people do it. Well, I know why people do it, but I don't understand the logic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for War Thunder, because they're probably under fucking investigation by the government, like, 24/7. Like, they just wanted to make a silly war game. Leave them alone, goddammit.
Medication station.
Grand. I needed more ammo.
Wow, that is not a lot of ammo. Oh well. Guess we'll have to do it the Kriegsman way, with the shovel. Kriegsmen don't actually use the shovels. The whole joke is that they're like, I get it, they entrench, but they don't, they have knives. I'm sure, like, yeah, you can, if you need to, beat an orc's head in with a shovel if it's there. But they have bayonets.
Ammo. About cocking time.
Oh, thank God, ammo. Like, where is that? Where the meme came? Is it just the meme? Is that they? I understand that in a Kill Team trailer, right? A Kriegsman used the shovel to whack an orc, but that was like the meme, right? That wasn't the start of the meme. Is it just the start of the meme? Is that the Kriegsmen dig trenches, so obviously they'd whack things with a shovel? Is that the meme? Because I feel like that, the like, Kriegsman shovel and like the Smurf, Papa Smurf blueberry meme for the Ultramarines are also overused and like kind of outlived their funny. I don't know, maybe I'm a hater. Damn it, I was trying to kill the Psyker there, I'm gonna be real. Shooting that pox burster. I was trying to put him down. Alas, the Emperor did not favor me. Well, yeah, Commander Farsight, speaking of Warhammer, I know, unrelated. Commander Farsight got a new model. Looks fucking dope, by the way. But it has these 6 points of the Dark Angels, or like the 6, like, it's got the Dark Angel symbol on his armor. So I'm like, are Farsight and the Lion like gonna kiss and be covered in oil and it'd be really hot? Like, I'm just, that's my world. That's my truth. But it's very interesting that he has the Dark Angel's insignia on him. Like, well, you know, the Lion has basically been like, kind of like, eyed as the next returning Primarch. Originally, like, a while ago, I thought it would be the Khan, but no. So, if Farsight helps bring the Lion back, that'd be pretty fucking dope. Because I don't know if the Lion was like super xenophobic, or at least more than everyone else, or is he kind of like Gilliman, where it's like, yeah, I may not like it, but if, you know, for the greater good, no pun intended, if it needs to be done, it can be done. Like, I assume, in my head he's like that, but I actually have no, like, proof. That makes sense? Wow, I can't see. You really need to dim this light above me. You know, part of me is like, it's cool that they're bringing back some Primarchs. I honestly, part of me would have been like, I would have been fine if they just only brought back Gilliman. But I understand the Primarchs will make money, and people will like non-stop be like, hey, where's my Primarch? Where's my this, that, and the other? You know. Like, I understand it's kind of like a running joke that Gilliman gets his ass whooped in Primarch fights. But, like, I feel like the Gilliman could handle Angron. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, when that happens, I think that's more of a fault of the writing of having my big guy fight your big guy. Because, like, Gilliman is smarter than Fulgrim, right? He's smarter than Mortari, and he's definitely smarter than Angron. So, like, why is he fighting on their terms? Why is he not fighting on, like, he should have just orbital. I understand he didn't, okay, For Dark Imperium, I understand. He didn't want a fucking orbital strike. One of his planets. That'd be like bad optics. I get it. Bad vibes. I understand. Why the fuck would he board Fulgrim's ship? He should have just blasted it out of the sky. I get it. It's a pride thing. You know. But nonetheless, he's a silly boy, silly man, who lets his pride get the better of him. But I guess that's like, he's not perfect, right? I guess, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is kind of like a redundant thing. And obviously it's cool to see Primarchs fight. You know, I'm not complaining that it's saying it's not cool, because it is. But like, if Robert Guillotine and Angron fought, I would like it if just Guilliman just bombed Angron from orbit and banished him. I think that'd be really funny. And that would make sense, since that's what Guilliman would do. He's like, okay, I couldn't beat Mortarion without my dad, so fuck all, I'm gonna beat Angron. Like, super roided demon Angron? Hell no. So I should just orbital bombard him until he's paced. You know? Like, Guilliman shouldn't be going into altercations with Angron willingly, you know? Yeah. But that's just me, though. I understand why they do it. It's cool. It's fun. But I do hope that in future Primarch fights we see Guilliman playing his like, to his strengths and not to his weaknesses, which is one-on-one combat against demon Primarchs, right? Alright, let's see what the Emperor decided to give us. And not too much plasteel and diamantine, but it was low in it. No surprise. Cool. Chainsword. KD stands. Well, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Or don't. I'm not your mother. But you better have brushed your teeth. Have a good one. Oh, wait, stop recording.